Hey, Kylie.
Hey, Brad.
And hey, audience. Welcome back to another episode of
Interventions and Detentions.
Interventions and Detention. And it's episode
21?
121, baby. Look at us.
Pretty good.
We started, what, December-ish?
Right before Christmas break, if you remember, because our first episode was a little rough. We were a little tired.
But here we are. 121. And here we are at the last week of school.
Isn't that crazy? That was like the last couple days before Christmas break, and now we're at the last days before the end of school. It's gone very fast.
Whew, it's gone fast, and I'm tired.
I'm tired. We are, yes, everyone's hitting that.
We are actually recording. We have one more day of school tomorrow.
Yes.
Today was what I would call our last regular day because we didn't have anything out of the ordinary going on. Yesterday we did second grade graduation, which is a end of the year ceremony. Tomorrow is what?
Field day.
Field day.
Except, man, this Indiana weather.
Yeah, so it's raining here. And going to be gross. Like it's cold.
Raining. It's like in the 50s. Feels like 30 something.
It's like March, not May.
It's crazy. And last week it was 80 and 90 a couple days. So
yep.
We're not really sure about it, but you know what? It's Indiana. That's okay. But the show must go on.
We're going to do indoors. And that's the nice thing. Like our staff's really flexible. We're always kind of thinking like, okay, what if this happens? What's the backup plan? So we got a backup plan.
And we have some good areas in our school to be able to do some different activities.
Shout out to Beth Spencer, who, you give Beth a task and she like runs. I don't even know if I gave her the task. She just took it and like, oh, I got this.
Yeah, we appreciate everything she does because she goes above
and beyond.
Everything.
All the time. Everywhere.
She's also the head of our PTO.
Shout out to PTO Beth.
Shout out to PTO
What
Beth.
other hats does Beth wear?
Whew.
She's a podcast guest.
Secretary. Podcast guest. Mom. A monster.
She is a monster.
A monster.
She's going to hate us for this.
Yeah, she is. That's
so,
okay.
What are we even talking about today, Kylie?
Well, we're going to kind of just talk about some of the end of the year activities, end of the year memories we have, end of the year things that are going on here. Just some things that maybe there's some unique things to the primary that we don't have at the elementary or the high school. We're just going to kind of talk about it all.
Well, jump right in. Like I'm trying to think back to my elementary years, end of the year stuff. I think one thing that stands out to me,
like when you were in elementary or when you taught in elementary. Okay.
In elementary school as a child. So one memory that I have that was kind of unique that a lot of kids don't get to do, outside of like your field day stuff. We had field day, and we talked about this last week, I think, off microphone. I remember ours was more like an Olympic style. Like there was events and you had to sign up for it, and you would get first place, second place, third place ribbons.
Was it like at the school I used to work at, we'd do like a middle school track contest or track meet.
We still called it field
with ribbons and stuff. So it was other things, not just track events.
It could be like, I don't know. I don't remember the specific events because we didn't have a track.
Water balloon toss?
I don't remember. Probably, maybe. We had like
how do you forget a water balloon
100-yard dash, 50-yard. So there was some track type things, but we didn't have a track. It was at a school playground, that sort of thing.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the one thing that I do remember, so from my 5th grade year going into 6th grade year, because we were a K-6 building at that time.
I went to an elementary school that was K-6 too.
Nice. Look at you. Fist bump. We had been... previously our building was an old high school building, originally Wilkeville High School. Then it became a K-8 building, and then they built a new middle school in LaGrange, Lakeland Junior High School, which was 7th and 8th grade for most of the county, except for if you were in LaGrange, it was actually 6th grade you went there. So 6th grade just for LaGrange kids. Everybody else, the outsiders, came together as 7th graders. But anyway, that building shut down for good the end of my 5th grade year. So I can remember the new school was being built where the playground was. So you could, it was being built while kids were still attending school. But we had to carry over things like library books, cans of food from the cafeteria.
So you were just workers.
Child labor. Yeah, we probably broke a lot of laws
that year. But you had a blast.
But it was fun, yeah. And I remember that. And I can remember, like, once the old building got torn down, like going and grabbing a couple bricks from the building as
that's cool.
keepsakes. Yeah, so that is one memory, end of the year, that stands out that's not a typical memory that kids get to do. So what about you?
I'm trying to think. I think I just remember, like, the field day things and just end of the year classroom parties.
What was your thoughts like leaving for the summer? Was that a
I
great?
was excited.
You were excited?
Remember, I cried every day, so
did.
I was jacked to get home to my mom.
Happy tears?
Happy tears, yeah.
Oh, I get to be home all summer.
Yeah, so I was pretty excited.
Okay.
Do you have a winter or a summer birthday? Like, did you
I'm a
get to
January-
celebrate? Oh,
January
no, so you
birthday, so-
celebrated it like I did.
Yeah.
We weren't ones. You know how sometimes
You get
they
gypped
celebrate.
for a kid.
Well, yeah, but sometimes teachers celebrate summer birthdays
Yeah.
during school, but I
Yeah.
I just had my
Well,
normal
and
birthday.
so elementary, you were still out of the range of social media,
Right.
phones, and things like that. That was kind of weird. Just keeping in touch with friends, like over the summer. Like I would play baseball.
I was going to say, unless you played sports and
Yeah.
stuff, but like,
No.
you didn't really go over to people's houses because you didn't call
No.
them.
I can remember writing letters to girlfriends like in junior high.
Oh, here we
I'd
go.
go out and like anticipate. Did she write me back? You know,
Did she?
once.
She did
I
once?
did get a letter once, I think, maybe twice.
How many letters did you send out to get
Probably
those
thousands.
two?
I don't know. I remember, Mom, can you go buy some more postage
I was going to
stamps?
say, like, Mom, you running her out of Judy,
Yeah,
running
no.
her out of house and home with postage stamps.
She'd buy them for me though, and she'd bring me little envelopes. She worked in an office, so she would always bring home like she probably was like bogarting supplies, like envelopes and stationery and pens and scissors and glue. And shout out to Kirsch Industries in Sturgis, Michigan, for supplying my house with.
Sorry about all those envelopes.
She still has stuff too. Like she's been retired for a long time. So anyway. Yeah, I just keeping in touch with people, but then like I lived on a lake, so I had a whole set of friends that weren't in school with me too, like the lake people that came up. So neighbors, neighbor kids that I wouldn't see during the school year would be there in the summer. So I kind of had this. I had the best of both worlds.
You kind of did.
Yeah, and it was a lot of fun. Just getting to see those.
You were popular.
I'm popular a little bit. Sometimes, maybe not so much. I don't know.
Yeah.
Depends on what your definition of
Okay.
popular is. But anyway, that's what I kind of remember about just looking forward to summer. And it seemed like at that age, summers just lasted forever.
Forever.
Yeah.
Now,
Not so much.
2 days. And
2
it's
days.
over, feels like. But
Well,
yeah, I remember they lasted.
What did you
used
do
to-
in the summertime?
Well, I lived on a lake. My parents still live on a lake, so.
What lake?
Maxinkuckee?
Excuse me? What?
Exactly. Lake Maxinkuckee.
Like Minnetonka? Or
No.
where is
No.
this? Where?
Culver, Indiana.
Okay.
About an hour and hour
Yeah.
and 30 minutes from
Big
here.
lake?
Yeah, it's pretty big.
Okay. So you can ski and
Oh, yeah,
and
everything.
speed and
Jet
all the fun
ski
stuff.
and all the things.
Good
yes.
fishing on Lake Minnetonka?
Yeah, that's not it, but yes, I don't fish, but yes.
All right.
So we did a lot of lake.
Are you a skier?
I used to be.
What?
Yeah.
Slalom skier?
I have.
Nice.
Yes.
Did you know I'm a slalom skier? I mean, you know I barefooted because you've seen the video proof
Did
of that.
you know my dad barefoots?
I didn't know
Not
that.
anymore, still.
Not anymore. Okay.
He used to also water ski jump.
Oh, now that would be cool.
Yes.
Never done that before.
Yes, probably maybe 10 years maybe he has since he's last barefooted, but he used to do it every year.
Really?
Yes, all the time.
Oh my gosh. I never got really good at barefooting. Slalom skiing, I could keep up with my own.
I was more of a wakeboarder.
Would you still do it? You want to go this summer?
Sure, I would do it.
Okay.
I haven't in a while, but I would.
That's okay. I haven't done any water sports like that in probably a dozen years. I was doing it. I would go up on the weekends because my brother lives on the lake in Wilkeville. Has a really he's like on his third ski boat now. Shout out to Doug Taggart for
Doug.
spending the big
Thanks.
bucks to buy the boats.
Thanks for inviting us over, Doug.
Well, and so he's getting to the point now where a lot of his friends are drifting off of, they're getting older and not wanting to do it anymore. And he's like, hey, I'm going to need you this summer, I think. So I think I'm going to get back in the
darn
game.
it.
I know. I've just been so busy over the years. We've done travel softball.
I was going to say, you've had
and-
softball and everything else.
Yeah. Once the girls got to a certain age, it was like, man, I can't go up. But I also got fat. And I can remember, like, I got really mad at myself because I'm like, I can't do this anymore. It hurts. I can't get my fat butt out of the water. This boat's not powerful enough. And it just was. I wasn't powerful
Not
enough.
quite the boat's problem.
So I've been working on that this year, and I think I might be okay to do it. So
all right, I'm in.
looking forward to that.
I love the water. Love water sports.
You
know what else I used to do in the summer?
tell me.
I was in a yacht club, a junior yacht club on my lake.
What?
I can
Have your own little
I
sailing
can
boat?
sail. Mm-hmm.
I had a sailboat too.
Oh my gosh!
It did.
Did you really? What kind? What kind?
So it was kind of like
I had a sunfish.
Okay. So like it was a cross between like a sunfish and a Hobie cat because it was fiberglass and it had kind of like two pontoons, but it had a well in the middle so you could sit on the side, put your feet down into it. Yeah, and it was not very big. Like it would fit in this room easily.
Okay.
just one
You
single
want to
sail.
go sailing sometime?
I would definitely love to go sailing. It was
I
hard
haven't
on the
been
lake.
sailing in a while either.
Our lake was really long and narrow, so you had to like tack just back and forth.
No, ours
But
is huge.
See how I used yacht words like tack? I know what that is. Isn't that what
The
you
bow
do?
and the stern.
Bow and the stern.
The boom.
The boom.
Always.
Look out for the boom.
Always watch for the
Here
boom.
comes the boom.
And that's how. Also in the summer,
yourself out.
not when I was a kid, but I used to be a counselor at the summer camp that's on our lake too.
Yeah.
And I was a canoeing, kayaking, sailing instructor.
Wow, certified? Like, did you have to pass a test or anything?
No.
You just made a certificate that said
I
you're
mean,
a
they just
certified
put me there.
instructor.
I was in charge of
I love
canoeing
it.
and kayaking for a couple of years.
I love it. Look at us.
So,
Yeah, I always thought I would be on a lake someday, and I'm kind of glad I don't, because the summer people, the weekend warriors that I like to call them,
warriors.
who come up and think
I was going to say,
they-
don't be hating on everybody that
Oh, no,
we
oh, no.
full-time live on a lake.
full-time lake
Have.
people
Even
were
in the winter.
best. Yeah. And that's a whole other another episode, I think.
Yeah, because
Lake life.
there's like 3 of us that live all year round on our lake.
That's how ours was too. Like,
It's more than that, but there's not.
September
our
come-
population like triples in the summer.
yeah, it's amazing. Like, a lot of times we wouldn't even go out on the lake in the summertime because it's just too crazy.
That's what we won't go out like on certain weekends or anything. We'll just go during the week because it's just not worth it.
No, it was fun and I miss it, but I'm gonna try to do more of that this summer. But I digress though, because I feel like we're sliding away.
Now we're just talking about our summer plans.
We're just bantering, I believe, at this point. Talk about your teaching experience at the end of the year. I taught for 6 years in 5th grade, always in the same grade. And so for me, again, we did 5th grade graduation because I was the last grade level.
We did I taught 4th grade
Yep.
for 4 years, and we were the last one in our building. So we did 4th grade graduation.
Yeah, and I can just remember that. And I know tomorrow I'll be emotional too, I think, because it's always hard to see the kids go away. But for me, having my class
it was
leave
too
the
much.
building for the last time, and we did a ceremony, that was really cool. But just coming back to your room and the kids leaving with their parents, and like that's it. They're
I
going
cried
on
all the time.
Yeah. We would do a really cool like walk of fame, and the principal was so good about keeping this like a secret, even though the kids who were 4th graders remember doing it. They'd always be, "Are we going to do the walk this year?" I'm like, "No, we're not going to do a walk. We don't do that." But the kids would go off like for a reception with their parents and cookies and stuff, and all the other kids in the building had made like flags and celebratory things, and they would line up on the sidewalk.
I love that.
And we would line up, and I'd be like, "We're going back to our class," and then all of a sudden we take this detour and we'd walk around the building, and the kids were cheering and
that's cool.
throwing confetti.
Did you guys did the high school seniors that were graduating come and do like a senior walk?
They didn't when I was teaching at East Noble. I don't remember them doing that. But East Noble has like 5 or 6 elementaries.
That's true.
So it would be hard for them to get around. At Lakeland, they did start coming when I was at Wilkett Mills as principal. They did start coming there because we had 3 elementaries. So it's
I just
pretty
remember like we did that. We lined the halls and everybody had, it was so cool.
Like a legacy walk kind of thing.
It was so cool. Another really cool thing we did at my first school, we did meet the teacher the last day of school. Mm-hmm. So everybody had their class list, but it was secretive until then.
Yep.
And so in our classrooms, we'd give everybody, okay, you're going to be a blue, you're going to be a green, and then we took them to their new teachers. It was really fun.
I love that. I did that my 2nd year before I left Lancaster Central as principal. We had a lot of what I would say, like, when I got there was groups of multi-age classrooms and traditional classrooms. Yes. And it seemed like all the popular teachers were teaching multi-age. And the others weren't, more traditional teachers. Nothing bad against either one, but it was sold in the community that the multi-age class is where you want your kid. And so there was a lot of teacher requests and things like that. And honestly, I think one thing that helped put an end to all the phone calls was making up the class list ahead of time, and the kids would go around on that last day and meet their new teachers. So cool. Yeah, and I've not done that anywhere else. I keep thinking we need to do that.
It was just really nice for the kids. They were, yeah, you still had some anxiety and stuff, but it was just, you got to at least see your teacher.
Yeah.
And your teacher, we always got postcards with all of our new students' names and addresses so we could write them over the summer.
Yep. I think it really set
pictures so that it did. Yeah. It put us too as teachers.
Yeah.
Like, we could take individual pictures, so we had them for bulletin boards to start. It was just, and it was always such a secret. It was so cool.
I know.
And it was...
I've always wanted to do that in other buildings, and I've just never pulled the trigger on it. I mean, I think it would be a cool thing to do here. And again, I think, it just calms parents down when their kids come home and say, I met my teacher and I'm so excited to be in their class.
Exactly. And they can have that information. Yep. Usually that teacher sent home a little, hey, this is about me, whatever.
Guarantee we're going to get calls starting next week of, can you tell me whose class my child's in? Or emails. And we won't finalize class lists for good 2 or 3 weeks yet.
So that is something that I remember, though, at the end of the year. And just all the different activities. You always do, like we did an egg drop.
Yep.
We did... I don't even know, like dance parties on the track. I mean, just different things that you can do at those end of the year.
When did you stop taking grades?
Ooh. I don't remember.
Oh, gosh. I would stop at least a week before, if not maybe a little bit more, and I'd have those babies ready.
See,
but
I think we were still...
I kept doing work.
We were still... They were still pushing us to do some...
Oh, I was doing work. I just wasn't grading it at that point.
Yeah.
Should I admit that out loud?
No, that's when I'm not. Yeah. So I was actually taking grades until the last day.
Okay.
So
kids thought I was taking grades up to even that last, like, I mean, I'm like, what do you do on the last day of school when you come in and the kids know we're done? But I still had worksheets, and we would do like, I'm trying to think, what's the word? Like when you go look for things on a sheet, like a scavenger hunt. Gosh, why couldn't I think of that? We would do scavenger hunt type stuff to fill time. I had that worksheet where you have all these different steps that you're supposed to do, and the last one says,
rip it up and throw it away.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just to have fun with the kids.
Didn't even like those.
That was good stuff. But yeah, those are kind of the couple things that stand out in my mind as like teaching end of the year, principal end of the year. The legacy walk or honor walk, like you said, with the graduates.
That's one of the coolest things.
It was cool. And what was super cool was when, I think I got to really kind of do this twice, and I'll have one more opportunity. I had a niece that graduated Lakeland, so I got to hand her diploma. And she didn't know that I was going to do it, so that was kind of cool. I get kind of choked up now even thinking about it. Then my oldest daughter, Madison, same thing. And when she came to do the walk, I mean, that was cool. Like, she ran and gave me a hug.
That's cool.
Yeah. The Central Noble kids don't come to our building because we're far enough away, so I don't get to do that with Mary Bear. But I am going to hand her certificate.
You are? They're going to let you?
Yep. So that'll be cool. That's
cool.
My last one, so...
He's got tears in his eyes.
I am kind of getting a little weepy. I mean, it's tough.
He just told me yesterday he doesn't cry, but...
Oh, I cry.
That I've never seen him cry.
I cry.
Okay.
I'm a crier. I'm an emotional guy.
Shout out to Sherry Taggart for taking care of you crying.
That's right. She has done that a couple times in her life, so thank God I have her. What about, excuse me, like, we can talk about things here, too, this week. It's been kind of a fun week. It's been a full week. We've done graduation. I feel like there's not been a lot of other big things. Classrooms are doing stuff.
I was going to say, some classrooms are doing some different things. I know we've had some kindergarten teachers do like a beach day thing today. And I think they went outside to Kinder Forest maybe, and just different things. A second grade team or teacher did a pancake and sausage breakfast.
Loved it because I got to.
It was delicious. It was. Shout out to Brenda Fleetwood because it was so good. I love
Smoky Links patties or smoked sausage. What's your go-to?
Whatever she had.
Smoky Links. Those are the best. You can
just, hand down, I could have eaten 10 of them this morning.
I had 3, I think.
Those pancakes, though.
On point. They were good.
They were good.
And you could smell it all the way down the hallway. It's good stuff. I had something else that I was going to share. Oh, for me today, kindergarten, one of our kindergarten classrooms asked me to come down. Can you come down and visit the classroom? Like, okay, I didn't know what I was getting into. Are they having problems, or do I need to yell or set the tone? They had a writing prompt of, what do you think Mr. T will do on his summer vacation? They wrote about what they're going to do and what Miss Jordan's going to do, but they got to read their...
What was like the funniest one?
The funniest one?
Or what was a good one? You can start with a good one, but I do want to know some funny ones.
Mr. T's going to go to the beach. Mr. T's going to go swimming. Mr. T's going to mow his yard.
Are you going to go to the beach?
I don't, like...
You're probably not a beach guy. You're not a beach guy, are you?
I do. Like, we have a timeshare in Florida at Fort Myers Beach, but that's once a year, and we haven't gone for 2 years, 3 years because of the hurricane. So maybe this year we might, but it won't be during the summertime. Yeah. Mow the yard. Eat ice cream was a big one. They must know that I love ice cream. I said, you bet. It sounds like
favorite flavor?
Oh, somebody just recently asked me this.
If you had to pick right now.
Oh, boy.
Favorite flavor.
So... Are we talking ice cream shop flavor or grocery store flavor?
Ice cream shop.
I would usually do something chocolate peanut butter.
Okay.
Okay. Mocha. is a go-to.
Okay.
Yeah, how about
You're
you?
like a coffee kind of.
I do like coffee. Yeah.
Butter pecan, hands down.
I like that, but it's not a go-to for me. I'll get
It's a go-to.
Yeah. The favorite?
Or praline pecan. The
look at
same
you.
with caramel in it.
Okay. I like
Or butter pecan with a little
caramel or caramel?
caramel.
Not caramel.
Did you hear me say it?
I did.
Caramel.
Sherry Taggart would say caramel and slaps me when I say caramel. Can I have some caramel for my...
Thank you, Sherry Taggart, for always being on my side.
I think she gets a shout out every episode.
Well, there's something to shout her out about.
I feel like I owe her one because she turned me down for the podcast, so at least I can drop her name every
You aren't
episode.
dropping it. I am.
You
I'm
are dropping it. You shout her out a bunch, so...
Because she has dealt with you for the last how many years?
Just thought about this
Don't get it
last
wrong.
night. No,
Don't get it wrong.
This will be in August. August 1st will be 20... No, hold on. 23? No, that's not right.
Sherry, call in and let us know.
It'll... Stop. You put me on the spot. I can't do math right now.
Okay, think about it. Think about it. And then
27. Sorry. We were
final answer?
Yes, we were married in 98, so 27 years in August. Because I was like, we just did 20. We did a special 20th and 25. I don't think we did much, but 30, we need to be making a trip somewhere probably.
Ooh, where are you going to go?
I'd like to go to Ireland, and she would like to go to Ireland.
Okay.
Shout out to Maddie Taggart for taking a study abroad trip to Ireland before her parents get to go. But I'm happy for her. That's going to be fun.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Where were we?
Talking about this week right now, end of the year stuff. Tomorrow, field day.
Tomorrow's just going to be crazy.
Yeah. And then you turn around on Friday morning and we have our staff celebration, building work time. It's a half day for our teachers because they also get the other half of that day by attending graduation. Mm-hmm. We want our teachers to be at graduation because we know that they're, even K-1-2 teachers are a big part of the seniors that are graduating. So it's a neat thing that Superintendent Morgan has done is, given them that paid time to attend graduation. Mm-hmm. So
and they have the staff sit in a little staff area, and it's really
special
cool to
seating.
get not recognized, but just everybody can see the staff, and it's cool
exciting
to see the turnout.
Yeah, but it's the end of the year, and it's
yes, it is.
It goes so fast. Like you get up to spring break, and it seems like it's taking forever, and then it's just
especially for us here because our spring break is so late.
Yeah,
so
it was even later this year.
It was even later this year. So when we get back from spring break, it just goes.
It just goes.
Shout out! We have gotten all of our end of the year testing done.
Yep.
We finished that up the beginning of this week.
Yep.
And
really good results on our IREAD retest scores.
Yeah,
we're excited about our second graders.
We're just really happy to get all that done. Even the kids did great, even at the craziness at the end of the year.
Yep. And I liked getting it done before they leave the building instead of trying to bring them back in the summer.
Yep.
And we got a real good summer school opportunity for our students through the Boys and Girls Club. That's going to be awesome for our kids. We're going to get ready for our KIPS, our kindergarten prep school.
We'll have to do a episode on KIPS.
We could do that. Kelly Parks from the Noble County Library would be here as a guest on that, I think, to talk about it. So
it's a really cool program.
Really preps our kids coming in as kindergartners, and I think by doing our kindergarten screening as part of KIPS this year, hopefully that'll boost their attendance a little bit too.
Absolutely.
So excited about that. But that's kind of where we're at. Things are winding down. We're not sure where we're going to be with podcast episodes.
Busy summer.
We want to keep them going. They probably aren't going to come out weekly, folks. But we'll do some weekly check-ins maybe.
Definitely.
And we want to keep it going, and we definitely want to keep it going when school starts next year.
We also want to talk about the giveaway.
Why don't you, please?
Okay,
I was waiting for you to bring it up.
So we do have a special giveaway going on right now.
Put it out on social media last night.
So like our post.
Yep.
Comment on one of your favorite topics, segments, episodes, something of your favorite from one of the episodes that you've listened to.
It'll go into a drawing, and I think a week from today or tomorrow we'll draw
chance to win some intervention and detention shirts.
They're awesome.
They're actually really cool.
They're so comfortable too.
They're so comfy. There's pictures online so you can see them, but please enter in. We'd love to get some shirts out there in the community and
there's like 3 in the West Lafayette area because some of Maddie's college friends will I want a podcast shirt.
Let's expand it.
We need it. We go out of state if we need to.
We would love to go out of state, friends.
But there, shout out to Bearded Dad Bod Designs. Yep. Jason Kuntz helped design the shirts. The sweet thing that I love about them, I don't know that people really get or understand, is on the back.
Oh yeah.
is our YouTube QR code with our little, like, if you look real close, you can see our logo, like what I would call our original logo.
And it really works. You can really scan it, and it pulls up all the episodes. It's awesome.
Takes you right to YouTube.
It's awesome.
We should have all, like, Spotify, Apple Pod, all the different QR codes.
The whole shirt would be filled because we have so many.
We probably need a season 2 shirt. We need to start working on a design.
Okay.
Hey, maybe that's the next contest. Design the next podcast shirt.
Next. Okay, I love that. All right.
Yeah, and right now it's just been guests that get the shirts, other than those West Lafayette kids that I catered to.
Well,
but we want to start getting more shirts out there.
We're really excited for another season. Thanks to all of our listeners.
Yeah. We love you guys.
We don't want to get emotional right now, but
I didn't bring Kleenex.
No, we didn't either. We're not done, so don't even think that we're over for this year, but it might have to slow down a little bit with summer coming up.
But you know what time it is right now?
I do.
Rapid fire question time.
Rapid fire.
Question time.
Rapid fire.
Question time.
Okay, here we go. All right.
We need to do a video sometime.
Yeah, we do.
We're losing it. All right.
Water day or pajama day?
Water day all day long. Love to be hot, stinky, sweaty, stale water smell on the way home.
Let's go.
Let's go. What about you?
Water day, obviously.
Let me see. What song has to play at the end of the year slideshow? Like we did one yesterday, but which one's going to choke you up or which one's going to get you...
You know what choked me up yesterday? Honestly, that Toy Story song.
Yeah, you got a friend.
You got a friend of me. I don't know why. It just really got my...
To see the pictures of our kids scrolling as that song's playing. Get you? Yep.
Ooh. If we had an end of the year talent show, are you watching, performing, or hiding? Yeah, I already know.
I'm performing. I don't know what I would do. I would probably do like a lip sync or something. I've done a couple lip syncs in my life.
You would absolutely do a lip sync.
What about you?
I would be hiding because I'd be so cringed out by you.
Who's winning the staff versus students kickball game? In our building,
In our building, it better be the staff.
We'd be like throwing balls at second graders, knocking them down.
That's dodgeball. Oh, well, no.
But like to get them out.
I'd just be kicking home runs all day.
All day long. You're like, back up. What else?
Yeah, so that... Ooh, what would your teacher's superlative be?
Most likely to...
Or should we do them for each other? Let's do them for each other.
Most likely to not open a door ever in your life.
Yeah, okay, that's a good one.
Okay.
Most likely to... I have so many going through my head.
Most likely to put his foot in his mouth every 10 minutes.
Yes, I was going to say, most likely to say something cringy to somebody.
Thanks, Mama.
Thanks, Mama.
For recognizing that.
Yeah.
We won't get another podcast
and not
episode.
Judy.
And not Judy. Not
so
Mama
that
Judy.
would definitely be. End of the year movie choice. Toy Story, Inside Out, or Sing?
Oh, not a big Sing fan. I would say Toy Story.
Toy Story. Inside Out's a little... That's not really like fun summer.
No, it's a little...
I don't like Sing either.
Get you down sometime. What's something that you would forget during that last day, checkout, prep, like your classroom?
Oh, I always used to forget, like I had one paper or something that you need to get, always forgot it. Like,
and you go down.
Someone snuck out before I could give them this one thing that, always. What about you?
Probably the same thing, just some kind
like
of paperwork
you always
detail.
did, yes, and you're like, okay.
Yeah.
What
are you going to do to recharge this summer?
Ooh.
You're going to be racing.
I'm going to be racing for a couple weeks with my family and my dad. Shout out to my dad, my family, and our 39 Ford pickup.
Nice.
So. And then I'm going to Alaska for...
A cruise?
No.
Just to go?
Yes,
nice.
for a week.
I've never been. That'll be fun.
So that will definitely be how I'm going to recharge. How about you?
Well, according to the kids, lots of swimming at the beach and eating ice cream.
That's pretty recharging.
We've got a vacation date planned, but no place yet, so we'll figure that out. Would you rather clean out a classroom or chaperone field day?
Clean out a classroom.
I would too. I like to watch.
Turn up the jam. Turn up the music.
What do we get to turn up the music this week?
Okay, this is just, this is a side note from the Rapid Fire, but I can't believe we forgot this.
I know, right?
We had a grant, so we used a grant money to buy a new speaker for our building.
Like a portable speaker, but this bad boy is...
4 foot tall.
4 foot tall.
Huge.
Two
lights, two subwoofers.
Two 15-inch subwoofers.
Lights, Bluetooth capabilities.
And it rocks.
After the kids were gone yesterday, we turned that bad boy on. You could hear it through the whole school.
Yeah.
We had an actual dance party.
Yep. It thumps, it pounds it.
It was...
It's all right.
We were having a blast. So definitely clean out a classroom.
Yeah. I would try to. Like, I like to watch field day.
Yeah, but I don't want to.
No.
I just want to be...
For me...
Organizing and doing my own thing.
Next week is kind of like my fun time of year here because it's quiet. And Brad can get things done in 2 hours that he can't get done in a full day because of all the fires that pop up and put out. So it's not that I don't love my teachers and my students and stuff. It's kind of like, that's my quiet time. That's my recharge time.
Okay, last question.
Last one. Here we go.
Go-to popsicle flavor.
Cherry. Or orange, because, I like orange.
Okay.
You.
Blue raspberry. Or orange.
Or lime. Can't go wrong with a nice green popsicle. Where do you stop? I mean...
I like them all, actually.
Not strawberry.
I would prefer not strawberry. Banana? No, thank you.
No. Pineapple?
I could do without pineapple.
Yeah. No, I would say...
Honestly, orange, even grape. People don't like grape. I can do grape.
Bad. Grape's not bad. Cherry,
You're
orange,
right.
lime.
Strawberry? No thanks. No thanks.
Listeners, tell us what you think, too.
Blue raspberry, though, probably top, and then orange. So
yeah.
I could do... Or, with the icy pops. You do two at the same time. No, you do two at a time and mix the flavors.
Never done.
The pink kind.
I feel like that's a
and
Saturday
the blue
night
raspberry.
kind of thing at the bar. Like adult popsicles or something.
No, just regular, just little kid pops.
Okay.
Even. Yeah, not even.
Hey, Kylie. It is time to put a damper on this. I feel like we could keep talking forever. It's been a fun episode. It's been a fun week. It's been a fun year. Things are winding down. We're winding down, and we need to wind this episode down.
Okay.
Really no idea what the next episode topic is going to be or when it will come.
But it'll be sometime.
Yeah, it will. We won't leave you hanging, folks. We'll keep you posted, and we'll check in. Probably run some snippets of previous episodes.
I was going to say, we'll throw out a couple promos here soon coming up in the next week. But yeah, thanks again for all those dedicated listeners, and
get entered for that free T-shirt.
Yes, please do. And we'd love to give away a lot of T-shirts.
For administrators out there, join us on the Principals Exchange. We're going to be presenting on June 9th. Talking about, what are we talking about? We're talking about trauma in schools. Not a fun topic, but
we'll make it fun. Listen to us.
That's right. Hey guys, it's that time, Kylie. Ring that bell.
All right, class dismissed.